Hey guys, it's Toast again from the Fishyaker YouTube channel. What do you get when you cross a worm hook, a split ring, and a swivel sinker? So a few days ago I posted up some pictures of this rig just to measure how many people actually use it or even know what it is. This is a rig that came over to the States maybe 10 years ago-ish. Really popular prior to that in Japan. It's the Jika Rig. Again, take whatever size weedless worm hook you want to use, depending on what type of soft plastic you want to rig on it. Again, your split ring, I got a bigger one here just so you can see it a little bit better. And any number of a type of swivel sinkers. This one here is a teardrop. Some people recommend a more cylindrical version. Depends on your preference. Some people say that the teardrop's more prone to getting snagged, especially if you're on rocky bottoms. Again, there's a package of them. You can get these all really cheap. You probably got them sitting around in your man cave like here, or in your tackle box, in your boat, in your tackle trays, all that stuff. Really easy, really cheap, really basic way to rig these up. When I do it, I typically just use one split ring right there through the eye of the hook and the one sinker. But you'll often see some people, a lot of them, if you look it up, just look up Jika Rig online, look at the images, a lot of people are using two split rings on it. My guess would be because it might get a little bit more action. But really the concept here is to make more finessey, lower profile version of a drop shot. So really, it's like a drop shot, but you're moving that weight upward closer to the hook, or better yet, the hook closer to the bottom. So you're actually going to get a lot different type of presentation on this than you will from working it, I don't know, weightless, or with a bullet sinker, or even a jig head. But in some ways, it does give a similar action to the jig head or a drop shot, but changes the angle. So it's going to have a little bit different descent to it, and in many cases, depending on what you're putting on here, it might have a more natural profile when it's actually working through the water. Heck, you can even get like floating worms. It'd probably be great for this. It'll make it do like a stand-up position. But again, they're from Japan, the Jika Rig. You'll see two split rings on them, or a single split ring. Your personal preference for the hook size, how many split rings, the type of sinker exactly you're using on it, and so forth. As long as the split rings will fit through that guide, the hole. For instance, here I got a little small cut-off soft plastic stick bait, a Senko style of bait. Just work it on like you normally would with the hook. Make it on there weedless. Throw it out and see how it works. For instance, here on the Susquehanna, where I do a lot of my local fishing here, deadly for smallmouth bass. A lot of people use them with craws, creature baits. Heck, really, the sky's the limit on these. Put on whatever the heck you want to put on them and see how it works. But it's a little bit different presentation than what the fish are usually used to seeing with a jig head, for instance. A little bit different action, different presentation. May have a more natural stand-up position. And heck, you can add all sorts of different weights to it. Play around with the different sizes. Sky's the limit, but throw just about anything on there. Heck, try it out. But like I said, it's something the fish probably haven't seen that often, but you're usually seeing with creature baits. You can do a lot of punching with it and all that type of stuff with structure and weeds and pads and everything. But it's a different option for you. Probably something good to have in your tackle box. Yeah, you can go out and you can sometimes purchase these Jika rigs pre-rigged, but heck, why not? You probably got some sinkers and split rings and a hook sitting right there in your tackle box right next to where you're sitting while you're watching this. But try it out. It's deadly in all sorts of different species. One thing we were talking here too, we might start doing something similar to that for, say, togging, for your tautog here on the East Coast. That's probably a pretty good rig with you know, with a crab on it. But anyway, gonna try some things out and see if it works. But anywho, that's just another option for you. A lot of people haven't seen them yet, surprisingly, but they've been around for a number of years now. Real serious guys have seen them, but a lot of people probably haven't really seen it yet. But heck, you can almost use it like a Ned rig, kind of like this, but it's going to get a little bit different action out of it that a jig head might not get. And try it out. Heck, especially now we're getting into the fall bite. We're going to get into a slower bite, getting into the winter. Probably work pretty well. Yeah, you could almost use a sinker like that and tie on some hair jigs. I'm going to try some different options too, probably post them up. But anywho, thanks for watching, guys. Let us know what you want to see in the future. If you want to go fishing with me, give me a holler. And be sure to give us that thumbs up and like us on YouTube and Facebook and all that stuff. And subscribe, definitely, to the Fishyaker YouTube channel. Other than that, it's Friday. I'm going to go out, try to find some water that's not full of mud. Catch you later, guys.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.